piece of a sliced quartz crystal here, so really thin. They call it a wafer, but they basically use this in our technology in microphones. That there's a metal plate on each side of it, and then a wire that connects to each plate on each side. And this quartz crystal wafer is in the middle, and then when your voice hits that crystal, it causes that vibration or that mechanical stress, and then that causes that piezoelectric effect where that electric signal turns into electricity, goes down the wires, and that's how you get that electricity, that signal from that quartz crystal. So that concept is being used. This is another concept of a guy, I believe, I forget the guy's name, but he put a bunch of these wafers together in a stack, and he made it possible so this presses down on all of them, and then they have metal plates in the middle of them, so they all are connected in series, and they all collect all the energy and go out one way. So he made a flashlight out of that. It just lasted forever. So the pressure of that just caused that electric, piezoelectric effect, and he made a light up without batteries. It was just constant electricity flow. So that concept exists, and you'll see on my videos that I made, my experimental videos that I've made with this thing. And so I already know that those concepts are real, and that the potential is, the endless, limitless energy. And you just do your own research on the Rex Research website, or just watch these videos on this guy's channel, and it'll direct you to other videos, even curing cancer, and doing your own treatments on your own body that help your body heal and overcome a lot of different viruses and stuff like that, and other technologies to create energy and stuff like that. So just amazing stuff. And we're going to need to do this on our own, because there's no corporation that's going to make a device that's actually free energy. It's going to be, if it comes from a corporation, it has to stick within the system that has strings attached to it, and we're never going to get actual free, unless we make it on our own and support people that actually make this stuff. So I do have a Patreon account, and that for this stuff that I'm doing, I have this video that I keep posting my research up on this stuff. And so if you're interested in this stuff, I'm going to do more videos that are more detailed about exactly what I'm researching and experimenting with. But I'm going to play this very first part of this video that I made, and it'll say it all.
Magnets are gate pumps for the ether or vacuum or cosmic energy. What I hope you take away from this whole conference is that vacuum itself is energy. It's potential energy, random. We can cohere this energy with certain devices and systems. There's John Bedini's magnetic motor. This will run virtually forever, and since it will, you can tap this for unlimited, limitless electrical energy. Kohei Minato's magnetic motor, and there's the controversial Paradigm motor. By the way, I recommend that any of you who have requisite skills in electrical, magnetic disciplines, you can start to build these, and I recommend that you build them at once. Don't wait. Troy Reed's magnetic motor. Troy Reed powers an automobile, car, all around the United States. Just permanent magnets. George Soukup's V-Gate motor. There's a lot of replications on YouTube. Very easy, very accessible design. Don't let anybody tell you there's no such thing as free energy. There is. If you're ingenious enough, industrious enough, and you don't quit, don't listen to naysayers, you can be having free energy. Be free of the tyranny of oil companies, monopolies, and cartels and utilities.
Before I talk about this, okay, so be free from the bondage that we're in from the grid. this is all we know because that's what we're born into for generations. But if we start to think differently, if you start to research all this stuff and just trust your own gut instinct, and believe that it's true, and believe that, and continue forward, and don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to anybody that says, whatever is limited, or if they say it's not possible, or they say, no, that's a great idea, but it's not possible, or there's a limitation of some kind, or Nikola Tesla was on the right track, but whatever he did, it caused other problems that we don't want. And it's like, no, keep going forward. It exists. This is real. And I just, from my tiny little experiments that I've done on my videos, it's just confirmed to me that I'm on the right track, and we could all be on this right track, and we can all choose what you're researching, and continue forward, and believe that it's true. So there are other things that I have researched as well. This is called a Utron, Utron, and if you just take these images and give them to a manufacturer, a machinist, you could have this made and do your own experiments. There isn't a lot of information out there about this, honestly, but just take this, and you could do it yourself if you have the capability of doing it. I'm going to show these different clips just so you have them, and then I'll explain it a little bit. So you could take a screenshot of each of those images, but basically this has a shape on all sides that kind of replicates what the universe does. So imagine this is a planet, and it has a north pole, a south pole. So energy has the capability, supposedly, to trap inside the shape just because of the way it's shaped. And then you could hook electrodes to it and just see if it holds a charge, just like a capacitor or something. And so the positive goes in there. I believe the negative either on the bottom or on the edges there. Basically, these are two cones put together on top of each other. And this one's a solid one, and it's made of aluminum, just a basic aluminum metal, T6 aluminum, I believe, and it has a spherical in the middle, hollow core. So the side view is looks like a square, a perfect square, 90 degrees, and on the upper view it looks like a circle. And these are the different views of it, and the center is hollow, a perfect sphere in the center. So there's not a lot of information on this. I tried to find videos that explain this. I've seen people try to experiment with it, but I honestly can't find anything that truly explains all of how to do it and what it's capable of. And so I keep looking for that, but I'm trying to keep all of this in one video so you don't have to go searching all around for everything. Trying to look for where I found. Okay, so this is all me researching different topics, power generation. So the concept behind the Utron is like, let's see if I can find it. Sorry. So there's energy flowing all around us. This is basically if you want to do a Earth battery, this is kind of showing that there's potential volts with just flowing in the air, with some in the form of a frequency and stuff like that. So frequency can be changed into electricity. So I believe that was probably the concept behind the Nikola Tesla tower. and then he magnifies or transforms a small voltage into a big voltage, and then transmits that out into space. And this is just a concept of a tree and sticking a wire in there, and you have a collector here, and then sticking it into the ground. So the tree collects the static electricity out of the air, goes into your collector, or whatever it is, your battery, and then it goes into the ground. So that's the basic concept of that Earth battery. And there's different things here. You'll find that on the rexresearch.com, finding tons and tons of research into that. So you'll find that maybe perhaps you see a lot of interesting stories out there with like spaceships or whatever. This is a supposed spaceship. There's a Utron in here, a bigger one, and then there's smaller Utrons on the side that it spins around, generates electricity. It kind of cycles within itself because of the shape of it, and once energy gets in there, it just cycles through, and you just keep using the energy. And I don't know if this is true or not. I can't confirm that. But what if it wasn't aliens out there with this untouchable technology and that we can't possibly understand? What if somebody and a group of people went the Nikola Tesla route and took this research and actually made this technology, and that the opposition that doesn't want free energy out there, kind of changes the story, changes the narrative, and makes us feel like it's